and Megan met during their senior year of college. They were able to create a strong and reliable relationship. After graduating from college, they got married and started living together. Unlike Megan, Dylan was quickly climbing the career ladder. Megan faced challenges with both her superiors and the company, leading to a dwindling enthusiasm for climbing the career ladder over time. As Dylan assumed a managerial role, his wife remained among the regular employees and did not receive much. Thus, the primary responsibility for providing for the family fell to Dylan. During the peak of summer vacation, Megan convinced Dylan to take a trip to the seaside. Megan, because of the increased workload at work, was eager for a break, and the couple hadn't had a getaway for quite some time. Since the start of the year, the couple had been diligently saving money for a well-deserved vacation, with their thoughts filled with dreams of the upcoming getaway. However, life delivered an unwelcome surprise. Just as they were about to purchase their vouchers, prices soared to an extent that their hard-earned funds fell significantly short. Certainly, they could have considered taking out a loan, but the couple had made a pact early in their relationship to avoid accumulating debt under any circumstances. Their only recourse was to pin their hopes on the next vacation, to save up the necessary funds and bring joy to his wife. Dylan took on extra work, determined to purchase the trips in advance. Dylan's meticulous planning paid off perfectly. He successfully secured the coveted ticket, bringing joy to his wife as they embarked on their long-awaited vacation. The hotel exceeded their expectations with a friendly and accommodating staff, allowing them to unwind from the moment they arrived. Over the next few days, the couple explored the surroundings, took in the sights, and enjoyed days at the beach. One evening, the idea of going on an excursion came up in their conversation. "Well, I'll find out," Megan declared before leaving the room. Ascending to the first floor, she approached the reception to inquire about available excursions for the guests. She'd noticed some brochures on the counter. As Megan perused the vivid images and occasionally sought clarification from the administrator, an unfamiliar man approached the desk. Sting or recommend this sea trip came a pleasant, low voice, capturing Megan's attention. Instantly, she looked up, captivated by the speaker. "Have you been?" she inquired. "Tell me." She hadn't expected her interlocutor to generate more interest than the tour. Just as they were engrossed in conversation, the receptionist received a call prompting him to apologize and attend to the urgent matter. This led to a conversation between the two individuals. The man, identified as Alan, revealed that he had been vacationing there for a week, having explored all the attractions it had to offer. "I enjoyed it. I'm already feeling better. The pills did wonders. We can be together on the upcoming trips," the husband declared, embracing his beloved. However, Megan was less than thrilled by the announcement. In her thoughts, she was already formulating plans for her and Alan to discreetly escape from everyone again and spend time, just the two of them, since her new partner wasn't in the mood to end things. They decided that Megan would go see him at night while her husband was sleeping. She knew Dylan would sleep very soundly. Every night they made every effort to go undetected, but one evening they were discovered. Megan encountered another neighbor in the corridor on a subsequent midnight escape. This neighbor noticed Megan softly tapping on the room, and Alan unlocking the door for her. Alan simply gave the neighbor a curt greeting before slamming the door shut. The unanticipated witness happened to be Philip, a newcomer who had recently arrived and hadn't yet had the opportunity to get acquainted with anyone. Observing the couple he had glimpsed previous night, he presumed they were on a vacation together. His thoughts were validated the following afternoon when, gazing from his room's balcony, he spotted Megan and Alan conversing by the pool, attempting to conceal themselves behind a sizable beach umbrella. Before they kissed, the two looked around for something to do, as if hiding from prying eyes. They then diverged, each heading in a separate direction. Philip's attention focused on the chaise lounge adjacent to where the couple had been positioned, spotting an abandoned cell phone on it. The man chose to walk down to the pool and return the phone himself because it was too late to call the owners, because he was too exhausted that evening to worry about paying attention to the sign. He was unable to recall the number of the room where the couple had been staying, but he was lucky in another way. The woman had set her own picture as the screensaver on her phone, which helped describe her. Philip approached the receptionist and explained the situation, seeking the woman's room number. Upon reaching the designated door, he knocked, only to be greeted by a man different from the one he had initially observed with Megan for some inexplicable reason. The neighbor was slightly surprised, assuming she was spending the night with someone else. The woman's own confused expression alongside her real spouse revealed that she too hadn't anticipated a midnight witness to her infidelity. Upon spotting the phone in the hands of the unexpected guest, she made an absurd jest about her absent-mindedness. She expressed gratitude for the phone and promptly shut the door. Philip found himself pondering the peculiar incident for quite some time. It turns out that she, in an effort to be discreet, spends time with one person at night and part of the day, and lives with another. He believed he had just discovered a new infidelity. This revelation came in the aftermath of his recent breakup with a woman he had been in a long-term relationship with. The separation had been particularly bitter for Philip, as he discovered that his now ex-wife had been involved with others right up until the final moments of their relationship. He hadn't anticipated that the incident with his hotel roommates, people he probably wouldn't cross paths with again, would occupy his mind to such an extent. Eventually, he grew weary of dwelling on it and chose to address the matter directly with Megan's husband. Seizing a discreet moment at the breakfast table, he shared with him all the details and observations he had gathered. Of course, Dylan didn't believe him right away. Nonetheless, Philip offered a piece of advice: to set an alarm clock and discreetly investigate in the middle of the night to ascertain if his wife was present, as she seemed to consider nighttime rendezvous as normal. Hopefully, this will shed light on the situation. Good luck to you. So with these words, Philip departed for his own table. The moment had arrived for Dylan to take action. The thought of Megan possibly cheating on him kept him on his toes. But why would a neighbor make such disparaging remarks about her? Thus, there were valid explanations for it. He followed the man's advice. Dylan programmed his alarm for when he should have been sleeping by now. However, neither of the eyes slept that night. It was late, and Megan kept asking him when he was going to bed. Her persistent questioning only heightens the tension. She could really have plans for the evening, because she was worried. Yielding to the situation, he reclined and feigned slumber. He eventually heard Megan close the door and head out of the room. The scandal that had erupted on the second floor must have been known to the whole hotel by that evening. After giving them a really memorable evening, Dylan followed Megan, discovered exactly who she hung out with at night, after which the lover wore sunglasses for a long time, even indoors. Their vacation was forced to cease for the morning, without an opportunity to plead for forgiveness for her transgressions. Megan could only observe in silence as her entire life crumbled. Dylan wasted no time and filed for divorce once they were back in town. He granted his unfaithful wife permission solely to retrieve her belongings from the apartment, urging her to depart as swiftly as possible. The woman persistently attempted to reach out to her lover over an extended period, yet he remained unresponsive to her messages. In his normal life, he had his own family, which he did not want to ruin because of some resort romance. Megan was less fortunate in this situation. She was now divorced. She had to locate a new apartment immediately and find a way to make ends meet on her meager earnings. It could not be otherwise, because everything in this life has to be paid for. Thank you for listening to the story to the end, and if you like it, please support us with a like as well as subscribe to our channel. So write in the comments what you think about the story.